Good morning. It is October 26th, 2021. It's Tuesday, and today we're talking about it being all about Him. And, yesterday it was not about me. And just coming to this, it's crazy how all this is like tying together, because my retreat that I went with my church was about the barbarian way. And the barbarian way was, it's not about being a barbarian other than, the barbarian is not some pitchfork guy or some guy, the barbarian was an outcast, somebody who was outside of the norm. In this sense, obviously there's probably different definitions, but um, and just really, it was all about being set apart and not being conformed to this world and not be and it's so crazy how the last few days I it all started with a post from one of my brothers, and then it was all about Sabbath and how Constantine, and because step 7 is a Sabbath keeping, stems from Seventh Day Adventists, and we have church on Saturday, so and I'm all in on that, and because I know the traditions and I know the Bible talks about Sabbath, it doesn't talk about Sunday worship on Sunday, and so there's that part, and then so anyways, a couple days ago, somebody posted something about it, and then I wanted to, enlighten them. I guess I wanted to go and research too, and I started looking into to try and find some videos on the history of all of our holidays and how they are all focused and based around pagan holidays like Christmas, Easter. The only one that's not is Thanksgiving. And any of our, Christian holidays, are based off of paganism and in their gods that are of this that are, the sun god, Baal, all that stuff is just there's some deep roots, and you start looking at this stuff and you realize that most of our Christmas and Easter, most of it is all um, pagan. It has been conformed to pagan, and they took a little bit of Christian, and they took a little bit, and then they just put a label on it and said, "Here, let's come worship on it." It's like, I realize it's like imagine going to a sun god temple or a Baal pedestal back in the day and being like, "Okay, well, I'm going to bring my Bible and I'm going to worship you, Jesus. I'm going to worship you, God, my true God, at the altar of Baal." And I'm going to come, and it's a holiday for the birth of the sun god, but I'm going to act as if it's the birth of Jesus, knowing that Jesus was not born. He was born in sometime around October, but I'm going to act like he was born on the same day that the sun god is worshipped on. No, it's just crazy. And I'm just being convicted like crazy the last 2 days about it, and just realizing that God is is leading me down this direction of being so set apart, this barbarian way, this that he like we're supposed to destroy these idols. We're supposed to destroy this stuff. And I'm going to be posting videos at some point about this so that people can get informed and realize, and it's not about me trying to lead a revolution. Um, if people want to follow, they can follow. If God convicts them, He can convict them. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I want to make sure that I'm not trying to convince anybody, because in reality, I'm just going to speak about what I'm being convicted of. And so, my walk is my walk, and your walk is your walk. And so you have your own choices to make, and you have to, once you get convicted of something, if you get convicted, I would suggest that you take that, do what you do. This is not about me telling you anything. This is about me just expressing what God is putting on my heart. And there's some serious issues with tradition and the Christian tradition and the things that we have going on, and how they are just infiltrated by um, idols and other gods, and just it is it is extremely insane. And so I would imagine most Christians don't, they have somewhat of a clue, but they don't have even remote depth of it, because I didn't. I thought I had a clue. I've watched some stuff, but I'm now even more aware. And so got to be obedient. Even if it means I don't celebrate Christmas and I don't celebrate Easter, I need to be obedient to God, and I will serve God, and I will, instead of Easter, I'll do Passover, right? And instead of Christmas, I'll do Hanukkah, which is a holiday that is around rededicating the temple. So instead of Christmas being all about me getting presents or me getting presents to kids or whatever, it'll be about, 8 days of basically rededicating my life to Christ and rededicating this temple. So who knows? I have today. Today is today, and I step out in faith and I trust you, Lord. Who knows how this is all going to turn out? But you are King, and I trust you. Have a good day.